Nicola from Cognitive Sports Therapy, and in this session I want to talk to you about exercise for health. Now, some of us are used to thinking about exercise in terms of burning calories and getting fitter, and there's always kind of a goal in mind, okay? But in this session I want us to think more about being really aware of exercise for health, both physical and mental, okay? Thinking about exercise as a treat, not as a punishment. Often when we think about eating more than we should, and we punish ourselves for having had that extra piece of cake or that portion of chips with our meal, we think, oh, I must go for a run tomorrow to burn it off, or I must schedule a HIIT class in preparation for that extra treat. I want us to try and move away from equating excess calories with having to do exercise, and rather thinking about exercise as part of our routine to keep us feeling well, both physically and mentally, okay? So perhaps we can think of our exercise as a treat in itself. We can think of doing a dance class. We can think of going for a walk with a friend. How can we use exercise in a way to give ourselves something to be proud of, give ourselves a treat that way, rather than seeing it as something that we're punishing our bodies with, okay? So during this class, I'm going to give you lots of different options, and I want you to think about what you want from class today. I want us to remove any idea of burning calories, okay? It's not about how many calories we're burning, how much fat we're burning. I want us to think about, am I feeling good in this exercise right now? If you're not, you take it down to the lower level. If you think, am I working as hard as I really want to be? Take it up to the next level, okay? So I want us to think about enjoyment in this class, not about the end result. How are you feeling in the here and now, okay? And then we will get that post-workout buzz afterwards that we do that will take us through, okay? So it's all about exercise for health and happiness, not for calorie burn. All right, so let's start with our warm-up. Then we're going to start with a march on the spot, like so. So we're going to bring those knees up a little bit, thinking about keeping your tummy muscles pulled in nice and tight and nice and tall through your head there. So pulling yourself tall through your spine. That's it. Use the arms. Keep it nice and upright, and then you start to lift those knees a little higher. Lovely, well done. Okay, so from there we're going to lift the knee up, open it out, place it down, march a couple more steps. Other side, lift that knee up, open it out, and march a couple more steps. So in this way we're just warming up through the hip joints. Excellent. Lovely, lift and lower. So you might feel a little bit clunky through the hip there, but that's okay. As long as there's no pain. If there's pain, just lift the knee up instead of opening, all right? But it's nice to get a little bit of a hip opener introduced in the warm-up here. If you're ready and want to, you can take it up into a little jog if you wish. Lovely. And then do the same. Every few steps, nice little hip opener. Wonderful. Great job. Lovely. Couple more here. Excellent. Right, and just to warm up to the back of our hamstrings now, we're going to place one foot in front, lift the toe up towards us. We're just going to scoop up with our arms, okay? And switch legs. Tummy's tight, so your back stays nice and flat. And you should feel a nice stretch all the way up the back of the thigh here, into your calf. Excellent. So going as deep as is comfortable. So warming up through the back of our body here, through our shoulders and upper back. Lovely, well done. And having done those little hip openers, we are now going to go into a little bit of a squat, okay? So having our feet placed quite wide, toes turned out, we're going to bring our bottom down towards our knee level. Now, as we are just warming up, you might not want to go that deep. If you want to come here for your squat, that's totally okay. Because remember, you're moving. It's not about depth, not about getting deeper than anybody else here. Get nice and deep if you can, nice and shallow if you need to. How are your knees feeling today? How are your hips feeling today? Okay? Just try and think about how this makes you feel. It's all about movement, good for the mind and the body. Bring those arms out to the side. That's it. And as we move through that squat, let's do little shoulder rolls through the length of our arm. So shoulders working hard here. Lovely. And then we're going to go back the other way. So we turn those circles the opposite direction. Lovely. open through your knees, okay? So make sure your knees aren't coming in. Push it open through your knees as you come down. You might feel already that you want to go a little bit deeper, so do, if that's what comes to you right now. Excellent. Right, back to the first movement. We're going to march on the spot, open up through the hip there. Or we're going to jog on the spot, open up through the hip. So what do you feel like right now? Do you feel like the high impact version? Are your joints all feeling okay? Are you feeling a little bit more energized now you've started off? Lovely job. That's it. Get that heart rate up a little bit. Try and make sure if you're doing the high impact version that your heels are touching the floor. Lovely. Tummy button is pulled in tight to support your spine there. Lovely. And let's go back into those hamstring stretches and sweeping those arms up and round. Lovely. Again, now that you're familiar with the movement, you can make the movement a little bit bigger if that's what you feel like doing. You can get a little bit deeper and get those circles a little bit wide. Well done. So a couple more here, and then we'll go back into those squats. Excellent. So just be proud of yourself for being here and choosing to do this workout right now. Don't think about the end result. Think about the fact that you're moving. And hopefully you're smiling too. Nice wide stance. Come down into that squat all the way up. Lovely. So you gauge now whether you want to go deeper because you're a little bit warmer, whether you want to go a little bit faster with these, or whether you're slowing it all the way down and actually you're just grateful to be able to do a squat. You're not injured. You're able to move around. Pelvic floor is good. Hips feel good. Knees feel okay. Smile and enjoy that movement. Lovely. Arms out to the side. Little circles forward. Beautiful. Well done. And little circles the other way. So reverse that circling motion. Excellent. Nice and warm through the thighs and the glutes. And rest there. Right, just march with me. So what we're going to do, we're going to do 4 exercises. We're going to run through twice. And then we're going to do another 4 exercises. We're going to run through twice. And then a third set of 4 exercises we're going to run through twice. So lots of variety. It's going to be a whole body workout. Take rests as you need them. Take the levels that you feel are suitable for you. And please feel free to move up and down the intensity as you need to. Okay, so the first one, guys, we're going to do for 45 seconds. Is a plank with a shoulder tap, okay? So you can be on the floor like so, either on your knees or on your toes, okay? So if you're a little bit weaker through your tummy muscles, through your shoulders, please stay on your knees, okay? And think about being a nice straight line between your shoulders and your hips, okay? So we don't want to be arching up through here like so. We don't want our hips dipping towards the ground. All right, so try and find a nice central position there. So this might be enough for you. If so, just gonna squeeze our tummy muscles, hold it in nice and tight. If you want a little bit more here, you can lift opposite hand and touch the opposite shoulder throughout the 45 seconds or halfway through, whichever you'd like to do, okay? If you want more intensity, you're gonna come up onto your toes into a plank. And again, if you want even more from there, you can lift and lower that hand like so, okay? So choose which level you would like for that. And that's going to be our first exercise. We're going to go for 45 seconds. So set yourselves up. If this is a more comfortable position, this is also okay. Ready? And off we go, guys. So this would be the ultimately easiest option for your abs and for your back and for your shoulders. So if this is your starting position, fantastic. The further you move your knees away, the harder it's going to be because you get more weight into your arms there. Very well done. Lovely job. That's it. Tap away. And then if you want to come up onto your toes, a little bit more intensity. If it feels good, go for it. Another 10 seconds here, guys. Really nice job. Try not to sway through your body too much. Try and keep nice and stable. And rest there. Well done. Lovely job. Okay, our next one is abdominal exercise. And we're going to particularly target the lower abdominals, or the transverse abdominis, which runs kind of along our belly area beneath our belly button, okay? Actually, I'm going to give myself a little bit more room here. All right, so we'll start with going on our back. And I want us to think about tilting our pelvis towards us. So imagine if it was a bowl, you're going to tip it towards your ribs, okay? And that flattens your lower back into the mat there, okay? So from that position, we're going to activate these lower abdominal muscles by moving our legs. Now the first version will be to do this. You're going to pick up 1 foot at a time until that knee is level with your hip, okay? And then you're going to place it down again. Trying to maintain that 90-degree angle in your knee there, okay? So you'll lift and lower like so. Next level up will be to have both knees raised, okay? And as long as your back is staying in contact with the mat there, as long as there's no gap under your lower back, this is fine. Again, keeping that 90-degree angle in your knee, you're going to tap and release, tap and release, okay? Further from that, you can extend the leg out straight, return it, extend that leg out straight, return it. So there are 3 options, okay? What we want to make sure is that it's a slow, controlled movement, your back doesn't arch off of the floor, okay? And that your knees don't come into your chest in between, okay? Because there's complete relaxation of your tummy muscles there. If you leave your knees above your hips, you get a nice, strong engagement in your lower abs there. Okay, so we're going to do 45 seconds from here. Ready, and off we go. So again, choose the level that suits you. If you feel this in your lower back at all, it means you need to go down to the level below. So one of these key things is in all these movements is that you're not trying to compare yourself to anybody else. You're not even trying to compare yourself to yourself. All right, so you might be thinking that, oh, 2 years ago, you were so much fitter. Doesn't matter, that's not where you are now. You've got to think about where you are now and what your body and your mind needs now, okay? So really think about the here and the now and what you need. So if that feels easy, you can take it up a level. Lovely. We've got 3, 2, and 1, release there. Wonderful job. Now you can either put your hand behind your thighs here and swing yourself up, or you can roll to the side and come to sitting, and from there we're going to come to standing. Okay, lovely. Now if you have an elevated surface, so I've got a step here, you can also use the side of an armchair or a dining chair or something like that. Just make sure that is pushed up against something just so it doesn't scoot away from you. We're going to do mountain climbers. So using the step, or making it a bit more difficult being on the floor, we're going to have our knees underneath our hips. Okay, this is the first version. You're going to extend your leg behind in a straight line, not lifting it, but just extending along. You're going to bring your knee in towards your nose, try and get them to touch, and then place that knee down. And you're going to alternate legs, okay? So extend that leg behind, bring your knee in towards your nose, and return it down. Okay, that is your first level. Your next level will be to be on your toes, okay, in a plank position, and you're going to bring one knee in at a time, nice, slow and controlled. Now this is a strong workout for your abdominals, also for your shoulders. So see how that feels. Okay, again, you don't want to you want to make sure that your bottom isn't in the air or your bottom isn't dipping down and your hips towards the ground, okay? You want to make sure you're in a nice straight line from hips to back. All right, taking it up a further level, you can run your knees towards your hands like so, okay? That makes it a lot more cardio based to really get your heart rate up. So we're going to do 45 seconds of mountain climbers as our third exercise, okay? So set yourself up, either hands behind, well, everyone's going to start with their hands underneath their shoulders, either on an elevated surface or on the floor. And where are your knees going to be? On the floor, or are you going to be on your toes, okay? So think about your starting position here. We are ready to go. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So extend, bring that knee in and down. This is the beginner's version, if you would like it. Lovely. Again, you don't have to be a beginner to do this one. You might be a seasoned athlete who just wants to have some quiet movement today, okay? And again, we're not punishing ourselves for not being able to do what we could do last week.
We are grateful to our body to be able to move. We are grateful for ourselves to give ourselves this time to work on our movement. Okay, it takes us away from whatever might be stressing us in our everyday life or taking us away from ourselves. And rest there, guys. Lovely. Okay, the fourth exercise of this set then is a tricep dip. All right, so using your step or a dining chair, or you can even use the side of an armchair again, we're going to use a tricep dip to work the back of our arms. I'll also show you a version on the floor that you can use. But if you've got a little ledge, what we're going to do is place our hands with our fingers facing our toes, lift your weight off the bench, and then you're going to dip your bottom down to the floor, and by bending and straightening your arms, you're going to push yourself back up, okay? So bending your arms allows yourself to lower, straightening your arms brings yourself back up. And all the work is going on in the back of the arms here, okay? Like so. All right, make it more difficult. You can extend your legs out straight, and you're going to lift and lower from that position, okay? It's harder because you've got more body weight acting on your arms. So on the floor, if you don't have any ledges to work from, you're going to have your fingers facing forward, placed just behind your bottom. Bend your elbows as they come towards the ground, almost touch, and then push yourself back up to sitting. Okay, so all the way back down to the ground, push yourself back up to sitting. If you're on the floor and you want it more intense, you're going to lift your bottom off, and again, you're going to bend your elbows to allow your bottom to tap down onto the ground and back up again. All right, the higher your bottom is, the further you have to travel. So ways to intensify the movement if you want to. All right, so 45 seconds, off we go, guys. Lovely. Excellent. This is the end of this set, and then we're going to run through those 4 exercises again. And I'm going to run through them a little bit quicker with a fewer pauses in between because we know the exercises now. But of course, if you need the rest, you take it. No judgment here. You just have to make sure that you're doing what you need to do today. And you might want to revisit this video another time and do all the high versions. You might want to revisit it and do all the low versions. There's always going to be options for you. Lovely, well done. Lift and lower. Choosing your version of your tricep exercise. Well done. That's it. Lift and lower. Excellent. And rest there. Well done. All right, so have a brief rest there before we go back into our plank shoulder taps. All right, so just fix your hair, fix your ponytail, whatever it is you need to do. Have a little sip of water. We're going to go in 5 seconds. All right, so back into that position for your plank. Ready, and off we go. So plank shoulder tap, straight in, on your knees with an angle, okay, which works your abs a little bit more. On your knees underneath your hips, which takes a lot of pressure off the abs. So perhaps if you've had abdominal surgery or if you're pregnant, this would be the option for you, okay? If you want more, you can be in full plank position, lifting and lowering here. Lovely job. Another 15 seconds here, guys. Well done. Tight tummies. Remember, just take a break if you need it, otherwise push on through. There's no failing here, guys. It's all about success. Having turned up, you're doing it. And rest there, well done. So a quick transition into our lower abdominal exercise. So we're going to be laying on our back. We're going in 5, guys, so quick scoot around. Ready, set, let's go. So remember, really make contact between your back and the floor. Make sure that your back isn't arching. If you find that you're getting any kind of strain on your back, then just take it down to the lower level. What's the lower level from here? It's to start with your feet flat on the floor. Okay. And again, be sensible. If you have had abdominal surgery, recently had a baby, or if you're pregnant, this would be the version you would choose. Okay, really nice, guys. Another 15 seconds here. Remember, if you want more, you can be doing a straight leg scissor version, if that's what's in your workout today. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Okay, from here, swing yourselves up and round, because it's our mountain climbers next, okay? So 5 seconds, it's the extension and bringing that knee in. Ready, set, let's go. So extend, bring that knee in to your nose and down. The higher version, remember, is to step that knee in towards chest. Beautiful. And further is jogging that version in, like so. Excellent job. What suits you today? What kind of day have you had? What kind of day are you expecting to have? Be kind to yourself by giving yourself permission to move. Lovely. 10 seconds left here. Great job. And 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to turn around and do our tricep dips now. So find your ledge or your position on the floor. And we're going to go triceps in 3, 2, 1. Try and keep those shoulders down from the ears. Off we go. So if any of these become too difficult, take it down a level, okay? I'll keep reiterating that, because I want you to be kind to yourselves. It's not about beating yourself up or being cross with yourself for not being able to do a certain number or a certain weight or a certain type of exercise. Celebrate your victories. Well done. So I'm going to show you on the floor again in case you want to adjust with me. Well done. This is kinder to your wrists and to your shoulders if you need it. 10 seconds left here. Well done. That's it. Lovely job. And resting. Excellent. Okay, so that's our first round complete. So we're going to change exercises completely now. So we're going to start on the floor for the next set of exercises. All right. I'll give you another 20 seconds rest. I'll just show you what this next one's going to be, okay? So it's similar in the position of your plank, but this time we're going to row with one arm, row with the other, bring one leg up, and then the other, okay? So you've got that version, and join me when you're ready, and off we go. So we're putting the elbow up behind us, returning it, elbow up behind us, returning your hand to the floor, extend that leg out behind, returning, extend the other leg out behind. So if you want more, I'm well into this interval now, but if you want more, you can do it on your toes, and it's going to lift that leg up nice and high behind you. Lovely. So if you find that it's too much on your toes, you can go down onto your knees. So you're not really going for height, actually, you're going more for length. So don't worry too much about how high you're lifting your leg. You kind of want your leg to come up level with your bottom, and that's it. 5 seconds left here. Well done. And rest. Excellent. So our next one, we are going to use the floor and our body weight for the next one. We're going to be doing a lunge with a lift of the back. Let me show you. We'll do one leg for 45 seconds and then we're going to switch, okay? So I'm going to step forward with a lunge, and then that back leg is going to lift. Lunge down, back leg lift. So that back knee comes down to the ground, or as far as you can go, okay? If you can only go there, feel loud, that's okay. You're going to push forward, weight onto that front leg, lift and lower, okay? So you can hold weight to intensify this movement if you want to. You can hold weight on your chest, or you can hold weight in your hands at the side. But body weight, I think, is also a lovely place to start. So 45 seconds on one leg, and then we're going to switch immediately to the other leg, okay? So do as much as you want to, as much as you can. Ready, set, let's go. So drop that back knee down to the ground, lift that leg up straight behind you. So again, we're not going for huge amounts of height at the back. We want to make sure that our back doesn't arch too much, okay? Make sure the work is going on in the buttock, okay, not in the lower back. We will engage it a little bit, but we don't want the majority of work going on there. We want the majority of the work going on the hamstring and the glute. Lovely. Nice tight tummy to protect. Right, we've got 15 seconds left here.
then we're going to switch immediately. 10. How's that front leg feeling? If you need to take a rest in between, please do. And we're going to switch now, guys. The other leg goes behind, knee drops down, and we're going straight in. So like I said, if you need to shake everything out, please do. If you want to take the depth of movement a little less, and the height of that leg lift a little less, also totally fine. Got another 30 seconds left here on this side. Just adjust as you need to. You can stop before I do if you want to. Do what feels right. I'm just impressed that you're here. Well done. And resting there, guys. Well done. Okay. Little breather. What I want us to do now is recreate what we did in the warm-up, okay? So a sumo squat. So feet are nice and wide. Toes are open, knees open out over your toes. You can hold a weight onto your chest if you want more intensity. Otherwise, we're just going to come down as deep as we can and come straight back up. Ready, set, let's go. All the way down, all the way up. Lovely. Really nice. Great job. So try and think about pushing your bottom back before you bend your knees, so that a lot of the work is going on in the back of your body, your glutes, rather than just in your quads. Really nice, well done. So you should be able to get a little bit deeper in this squat than you could for the warm-up, but that could be a depth of hip, which is totally fine. Those muscles are all still working. We've got 10 seconds left here. Again, notice you're breathing a little bit heavier. Congratulate yourself on that. And rest. Well done, guys. So we steam through those 4 exercises. Just do a little active recovery with me here. Just a nice little step touch. Lovely. And then we're going to run through those again. So remember, the first one is your plank with the row. So as you pull your arm back behind you, I want to make sure that your arms are nice and close to your body. So there's no kind of gap, and you kind of pull your hand into your armpit. So you really get the work going on in here, okay? So let's get back into position for that. Let me just show you again quickly. So again, if you've got any kind of tummy weakness, I want you to keep your knees underneath you like so. Row, squeeze that arm up and behind you. Elbow bent, pull that hand towards your armpit. Okay, extend that leg out behind. Extend the gap behind. All right, ready? Nice deep breath. Think about pulling your tummy in where your knee's going to be. So a little bit further back, you activate your tummy muscle a little bit more. Off we go. And obviously, you can also be on your toes, okay? But we are well into this now. 10 seconds in already. Time flies when you're having fun. It's true. I know people always say it. Make sure those hands are beneath the shoulders so that you're not pushing away on them. Your weight is above those shoulders the whole time. Okay. Nice. Great job, guys. Let's extend behind. Tight, tummy muscles tight. Well done. Perhaps this interval's a little bit longer. Always good to do a bit extra. And 3, 2, 1, rest there. Right, we're on our feet for the next one. We've got that lunge with the leg lift behind, okay? Ready? We're going to step forward and then lift that leg up behind, okay? And let's go, guys. So lunging down, lift that leg up behind. Beautiful. So that range of movement will depend on your strength in your legs. It will depend on how your knees feel, how your hips feel. It will depend on your balance, all sorts of things. So just go to the depth of movement and the level of lift that suits you. If you feel wobbly, you can absolutely hang on to something so that when you bring your leg up behind, you're not falling all over the place. You can absolutely hang on. Well done. Another 10 seconds here, and then we'll switch the legs straight into the other one, okay? 3, 2, 1. Let's switch straight in. Tight tummy muscles to support your lower back. If your legs are just screaming at you to stop, listen to them. That's okay. We can shake it out and start again when we're ready. Lovely. Coming up for halfway through this interval. Well done. Squeeze the tummy. Helps you balance as well. Just focus on the floor in front of you. Well done. And rest there, guys. Awesome job. Okay. Just step touch for a second. And prepare ourselves for our sumo squat. All right? So, wide feet again. Now, if for any reason this hurts your pelvis or your knees being wide, you can absolutely bring your feet in nice and narrow, have the toes pointing forwards, okay, and instead your squat will be a hinge at the hip, drop the bottom and kick those knees behind your toes, okay? So your squat will look more like that. All right, otherwise we're nice and wide like we were in the warm-up, getting ready to go now. So going for range of movement, whatever that means to you. All right, being so wide, we can't really get our bottoms below our knees. So kind of maximum you want to go deep is bottom level with these. If you want to slow this movement down, please feel free. And if you want to speed it up, please feel free. Often when we start the workout, we get in the mood for it more than we were when we started. So that might be you. You might be breathing heavier, moving faster, sweating more than you expected to be. Well, that's great. 10 seconds left here, and we move on to the third set of exercises. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Step touch. Here's your little rest. So grab a little drink if you need to at this point, and I'm going to show you the first of the next moves, okay? So, our next movement is going to be a bridge, okay? So the first version will be flat on the floor. So if you're starting out or you weren't particularly in the mood to exercise today, but you're here and doing it anyway, be kind to yourself and do the lower version. Bring your feet in flat towards your bottom. Place your hands on the floor next to your bottom, and you're going to peel your bottom and your back off of the ground until you are resting your weight on your shoulders and your feet only. Okay, it's coming to this bridge position. You're aiming for a straight line between your shoulders, hips and knees. Squeeze the glutes at the top and then come down, okay? So you are nicely here. All right, if you want more, and you've got a little step there, you can place your feet on that step, and it gives you a little bit bigger range of movement again, as I've said before. So bigger range of movement just utilises more of the muscle group. All right, so that's our first movement. So come and lay down with me, get comfortable. You've got just over 5 seconds, so enjoy the peace and quiet if you've got it. And then we're going to go for 45 seconds in 3, 2, 1, lift and lower. Off we go. Well done. So this exercise is great for working the back of your body, what we call the posterior chain. So that's your hamstrings, your glutes, into your lower back. And what's nice about it is it's pretty impossible to injure your lower back doing this one. Don't prove me wrong. But it's nice, easily strengthening for the lower back. Lovely, guys. 15 seconds left here. If you've decided this range of movement's too big, just place your feet on the floor and go from there. Well done. Excellent. And 3, 2, 1. Release down. So we're going to come to standing. So either roll over to the side and bring yourself up, or you can roll yourself up. Now the next exercise, we're going to do 2 single leg movements again, okay? So it's going to be an elevated lunge with your front foot lifted, all right? If you don't have a step, totally fine. The same movement works on the floor, okay? Actually, I'll show you on the floor first while I'm here. So we're going to go down for the count of 3 and up for the count of 1, all right? And we're going to repeat on the same leg to start with. So it will look like this. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Notice how big the step is, all right? So that when I come down, my front knee stays above my heel, doesn't push forward, okay? We want to try and protect this knee joint as much as possible. So exactly the same for the step, okay? It just gives you a bigger range of movement, so you can get really deep into those muscle groups. You can hold weight if you want to as an extra challenge, either hand weights by your side or a kettlebell on your chest, very much up to you. All right, we're going to go for 45 seconds on one leg and then switch straight into the other. Off we go, guys. 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Now, if you're up on the step and you're like, goodness me, that's too much, please take yourself onto the ground, onto the flat, and just continue that movement. Now, with that count of 3, doesn't mean you have to touch the floor. That might not be in your workout. All right, it just means you're going to count for 3 as deep as you want to go and come back up. Okay, so it's just about slowly down, fast up. Really nice. 10 seconds left here. And then we're going to switch straight onto the other leg. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other foot goes up. Straight in. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, up. Count it for yourselves, because again, your 3 might be different to my 3. It shouldn't. But if you want to go slower today, please do. Don't really want you going faster with this one, because it is all about control. Well done. Just check in with yourself. How are your knees feeling? How's your balance feeling? Do you want to hold on to something? Do you want to come down onto the flat? Do you want to reduce the depth of movement? How are you feeling? Lovely. Another 10. Great. And rest there. Well done. All right, so our last 45 seconds of this interval is cardio. So come join me straight away. We're either jogging on the spot nice and fast, or we're marching. Go, 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 go. So finishing off this set of 4 with some cardio. What suits you today? All right, just check in with yourself. Are there any aches and pains? Does marching make it more uncomfortable? If so, take a stroll. All right, if you're jogging, I mean, it might be as simple as, are you wearing the right bra today? You might want to slow it down if you're not. All right, did you remember to go to the toilet before class? All right, all those things. If you're uncomfortable, make yourself a little bit more comfortable. But you want to try and get your heart rate up here, whichever one you choose. This isn't easy. It's no impact. Lovely, come on, 15 guys. Go, go, go. Beautiful job. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. All right, we have to run through those last 4 exercises one more time, and then we are done. All right, so back on the floor, bridges, either with your feet elevated or flat. Off we go, straight in. 45 seconds of bridges, 2 more sets of lunges. We polish it off with that little bit of cardio, and then we're done. So an absolutely brilliant job, guys. Well done. Lift and lower. Lovely. So try and push your weight throughout your whole foot. Try not to be on your toes or the inside or the outside of your foot or your heels. You're pushing the floor away with the whole of your foot here. If you want to hold it up for the last 5 seconds, you challenge yourself with a static hold, otherwise keep moving up and down. 3, 2, 1, beautiful. Swing yourselves to standing. You've got those lunges with the foot elevated at the front. Brilliant job. Okay. Ready? And off we go. 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Brilliant job. That's it. Slow it down if you want to, but don't speed it up, okay? That's it. Keep going with that one. You've got another 30 seconds here. Fantastic. Keep moving, keep moving. Great job, guys. You've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch straight away with the other leg. Okay, straight in. 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Brilliant. Love it, guys. Looking super strong. And I hope you're feeling good. At least satisfied that you have made the decision to do something for yourself today. It's only going to make you feel good. Well done. Well done. 15 seconds left here. And then we're going to polish it off with our 45-second march or jog on the spot. 5, 4, 3, 2, and feet back together. Let's go straight in, guys. So 45 seconds, marching or jogging. What have you got left? What do you feel like? Obviously, if you want to start winding down now, that's also okay. We can start our little stretches at the end to finish us off. Lovely. Pump those arms as well. Tummies are tight, nice and upright. Make sure you're nice and tall. Beautiful job. 15 seconds. Brilliant. Let's hope we put a smile on your face. Proud of you for being here. Really impressed. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Fantastic job. So all that remains for us to do is to stretch out some of those muscle groups and congratulate yourself for having taken this time to make yourself feel better mentally and physically, just through doing the movement, just through getting those chemicals flowing around your body. That's what it's about, guys. Move away from the exercise being a punishment or something you have to do. All right, think about why you're here. And it's about your mental and physical health. All right, so we're going to put one foot in front of the other, straighten that front leg, push that bum back, get a nice straight leg here, and you're stretching through your hamstring, back of your knee, and the back of your calf there. Lovely. Pull that toe up towards you. Try and keep your head above your heart, just to stop yourself feeling dizzy. But try and keep your neck nice and neutral and in line with your spine. Lovely release, and switch legs. Nice work. Well done. Can you give yourself a smile? Lovely, and release. Standing on one leg, you can hold on if you need to. It's not about balance, it's about the stretch here. So if you hold on to a wall or something, and that's absolutely fine. Bring your hand around your toes, squeeze your heel in towards your bottom. Bring those knees together, so make sure there's not like daylight between them. Okay, squeeze those knees together, squeeze that heel in towards your bottom and push that hip forward. Do a nice stretch to the front of your quad there. Lovely. And release, switch legs. Knees together again. So think about it being a stretch, not an exercise. So you need to be feeling it down the front of that leg there. Helps us recover after our session. And if we recover well, it makes us feel even better and make us want to do it again and again and again. Lovely. So standing with your feet hip width apart, you're going to reach up nice and high with your hand, drop it between your shoulder blades, and then take the other hand, place it onto your tricep and the back of your arm here, and push that back. So it's an active stretch. Your elbow is going to want to come forward, but you're going to push back on it so you're getting a stretch through your tricep and through your shoulder and upper back here. Your knees are slightly bent, so you've got some activation going through your core muscles. Lovely. And just think about your breathing. Just slow your breathing down. Perhaps concentrate on breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Nice big breaths. Lovely. And release and switch arms. Lift the other hand up nice and high. Drop between the shoulder blades. Push back there. Squeeze the tummy in nice and tight. Exactly. Brilliant. That's lovely. And just reset. Tummy pulled in tight. Knees slightly bent. And push against the resistance of that arm wanting to come forward. Lovely. Release, guys. A nice wide stance here, as long as it's comfortable for your hips and your pelvis. Big breath in. As you sweep your arms up, big breath out. As you come down, big breath in. Up and down. Last one, guys. Big breath in. And down. And I want to thank you very much for joining me. Please be in touch if we can help you with anything mind, body, and breath related. We're all here to help you.